What's up guys, Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we're back with another video, and this one is on Big Ramy and Chris Aceto back together apparently. Now Nick World Class, who's Nick Trigili, he's on YouTube, this is off his Instagram, it says Ramy and Aceto are back, as you can see by this photo. And he goes on to say, let me just find it here. He said, I was waiting to release this post to wait and confirm. So finally, I'm letting everyone know of the news. Aceto is now coaching Big Ramy. Are we going to see the best Ramy ever now? Is he our 2020 Mr. Olympia? Let's discuss. So he's saying, is that our 2020 Mr. Olympia? That suggests to me that Ramy's not competing this year. If Nick has any sort of inside knowledge there. And it sort of says that, Chris Aceto did say on Heavy Muscle Radio, he says, Ramy won't compete in 2019. So that I find that pretty interesting. If Chris does have obviously constant contact with this dude and is coaching him now, Neil Hill, who was his coach, it was announced not even that long ago, it was months ago. It was only months ago. And he says, under this post on Instagram from Nick World Class, he goes, so to my knowledge, at Big Ramy hasn't left working with me. Well, he certainly hasn't told me he is or has. And I'm sure he's not that unprofessional to do so without saying anything to me. Anyway, what will be will be. What the future brings will happen. If Big Ramy has decided to move on to another coach, then I sincerely wish him the very best. However, it won't exactly sit well if he doesn't say anything to me first. And then we have, let's look at the replies. We've got Nick World Class says, Neil Hill, it's what confirmed. Don't kill the messenger, Neil. Just reporting the news, exactly what I made the channel for. I don't think Neil was killing him or anything by what he said. Then he goes, Nick World Class, he says, it's all good with me, Nick. I love reading the news in general, and heaps of laughing emojis. And then Nick says, well, Neil Hill, well, you're my friend, and I don't know Ramy from a hole in the wall. I made the channel to report the news in general, not out to hurt anyone, especially someone that is my friend. So pretty damn interesting reporting there. And Chris Aceto also had his say on the matter as well. On the same post, he goes, Chris said, haha, I use too much water pills. I cut water too early. I don't know about that. He missed out the ending, don't they? He says, I don't know about PED, which is performance enhancing drugs. I don't know about training, I guess. I just give muffins. Shit choice, I would say. And gives a smiley face that's got 63 likes and a few good comments underneath that as well. So Chris is like the ultimate at self-deprecation and just taking the piss on Instagram, and he's got actually a really cool Instagram as well. So his Instagram name is The Real Technician. If you want to follow him, I think he's got an awesome Instagram, and I love following it because it gives a lot of credit to all his athletes and all that sort of stuff, and he just has some funny descriptions on his photos. So it's interesting. I have no idea if Ramy is being coached by Chris Aceto again, but it's if Ramy has switched again and it hasn't told Neil, it's just this another big whirlwind of coaching issues that Ramy's had, because he's coached with Dennis James, he's coached with George Farah, I believe he has. He's coached with Neil Hill now, he's coached with Chris Aceto, he's coached with Beta Badai, he's coached with who knows who else. I can't even remember off the top of my head, to be honest, but he's on the coaching merry-go-round and everyone's sort of having a go. So it's interesting. I mean, if he's back with Chris now, imagine if he leaves him again. I think Chris will definitely be done if that happens again, but Chris has always been very friendly with Ramy, and I think Ramy has a huge amount of respect for Chris, because I don't think Chris is one of these guys that would just chase him up and want to coach him, desperately. I think that Ramy would have approached Chris if this is happening again, and probably knows that Chris is probably one of the best, all the best for him. So guys, I want to know what you think. What do you think of this massive coaching merry-go-round that Big Ramy's on? Do you think he's back with Chris Aceto? And also, Nick Trigili said there's a video coming today, so there might be another updated video on this, me talking about Nick Trigili's video that's going to go up if he has some pretty spicy information in that video. Anyway, guys, if you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up if you like the news coming at you. Also, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Hit that notification bell button and you'll be notified of every video that goes up from me, so you'll be able to stay up to date with all the latest bodybuilding news and history and all that good stuff. So for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding, we are